Hey everybody, this is Melina from scrapbookingwithme.com. I'm a crafty scrapper here on YouTube and Instagram and over on Facebook at Me Crafty Scrapper Creates. And today I'm sharing a little different stuff with you, but very excited about this. I had been having, that's the machine doing that, I had been having some issues with little scrap notebooks that I make, or even journals that I like to take along with me in my purse, so, or in, whatever bag I'm carrying. I have this tendency to overstuff my bags and not organize them well, and so when I have a scrap notebook or a journal or something like that in my bag, and it's made mostly of paper or, scrapbook paper or cardstock or something like that, it gets very worn and bent, and, like it might even rip, the cover might even rip. And so I decided I needed a way to protect the covers and still be able to, carry them in my bag or purse or whatever, make them portable. Okay, so laminating is not a new idea. I totally get that, but I just wanted to show y'all a couple of different ways, even if you just are laminating covers and nothing else, and that's totally fine. I have a couple of other little ideas you can use the laminator for in paper crafting that maybe you didn't use it like that before. But this laminator is a little different than your standard bulky tray laminating machine. I received this and they wanted me to do a review on it. I said gladly, because I was having that little dilemma on, how in the world can I protect my covers and still take them with me? Because I travel a lot and I want to take my journals with me. So this is from Q-Fun. It's Q-Fun Laminator. And let me tell you, it's not just the laminator. It came with a paper trimmer. Okay, so that could be portable if I wanted it to. It came with a corner rounder punch, y'all, with the catcher. Look at that. Then it also came with a hole punch. So there's the hole. It's got the catcher on it. There you go. Two different sizes of holes, it looks like. But anyway, at least that one. Yeah, it's just that one. That one. And it's got the little catcher on it. And book rings. And so that got my ideas a whirling and a spinning around. That's what all come with it. It has a hot lamination function and a cold lamination function. Comes with all of that. It heated up super quick, and the top is hot, but the sides are not. The bottom is not. Even the front and the back are not. It's just the top that's hot. So, maybe a little bit safer than some of the older laminating systems you've had in the past. So before we get to the covers, and I am going to laminate this beauty that I made the other day in that 20 ways to use book pages in your junk journals. I am going to laminate this because I love it so much. I want to preserve it. And if I were to just put this, make this a cover for a journal and not have any kind of protection on it, it's just going to fray up, and all these little, book page edges are just going to come up. So I am going to laminate that. I want to see how this corner rounder punch is. So let's push that down in there and see. Okay, yep. It works even on layered items, and it is just a very subtle corner punch. So very subtle, but I like it. And all the little giblets get down there in the bottom. I do want a little bit deeper. These are going to be bookmarks. I do want a little bit deeper of a corner on the tops of these. So I'm going to go with my corner rounder I have that I got from the shop, scrapbookingwithme.com. So there's the top of that one. And let's make this the top of this one. And then I got to ink these also. I'm using walnut stain oxide. I've already inked all of these, and I'm going to show you what paper collection I got these from. These are cut aparts from a paper collection that we have in the shop right now. So get all of that inked front and back. And if you were doing these kind of projects, you could even write a little note to whomever is going to receive this if you wanted to make these as gifts. But I'm thinking that all of these can go on one sheet. That's another thing. This laminator comes with a pack of sheets, and they are, you know, to hold 8.5 by 11 regular size copy paper items, but they also have smaller sheets. I almost said littler. Oh, look, there, I said it. Okay, so we've got all kinds of the bigger sheets, and then we've got, sorry, I got to open this up. And then we've got smaller sheets. So these are 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. And then these are 6 1/4 by 8 3/4. So got some different sizes of sheets here. I think, let's see if we can get all of these in one of these mid-size sheets. And we'll be punching holes and making stuff at the tops. These I'm going to make covers for a tag book, a little mini album. So let's see, I think these might be a little too tall to go in this one. Maybe? No? Really? It's going to fit. Oh, I like it. Oh yeah, and then those will fit also because they're shorter than these. So let's just do these on this small little sheet here. And I do have mine on hot lamination. If you have something that has ink that will run or something like that, you might want to do cold lamination. And look, you just put it up to that and it starts feeding it itself. No bulky trays. And here it goes all the way through. I'm going to put these little tags on these smaller ones. Now, I was just holding that in place, holding my pieces in place. Then I'm going to hold that up as it's coming out the back. Oh, wow. That's good. There is absolutely no bubbling. You know, with some laminators, you get that bubbling around the edges where it didn't seal it good. None on that one. And look, all of my inking is still shown. It didn't smear. Ooh, I like that. We're going to cut those out and punch some holes at the tops of them and make our little bookmarks. I'm going to get one of these smaller ones and put my 2 tag book covers on this one and just start it, and it starts pulling it through itself like most laminators, but this one does it, I think, a little bit faster than the one I have already. So I'm really loving that. I don't know what that is in there. A little piece of trash of some kind. Then let's get out these bigger sheets, and it looks like I'm going to need 3 of those. Let's take this out of there. Look at that. Now, I'm wondering, once I get to this if I'll need to run it through twice, just so we don't get that bubbling around it, but who knows, might not have to. Okay, so there's 1, 2, and 3. And if you had some projects that were 8.5 inches wide, but longer than 11, you know, and you could find some laminating sheets. I'm sure that this company has laminating sheets that you can buy individually for this machine. I will have the link to this in the description box below. It is from Amazon, so easy finding, and a trusted company to order from. Okay, so I'm going to first pull the machine toward me, okay, and then start that in. It is so smooth and it's so quiet. The only time it makes a noise is every once in a while, and I think it's a safety feature, just to let you know that it's just to let you know, hey, you left me on. Are you still, you know, you still using me? That's fine, but just letting you know you left me on. Oh my goodness, that it gets so vibrant once it's laminated. That's just regular old scrapbook paper, y'all. But look how vibrant it is compared to just the paper alone, not laminated. Okay, that one is done. Look at that. And yes, we have glossy, and I'm fine with that. As long as it's protected when it's in my bag, I'm good. That was the dilemma I was having, and I'm so thankful that this company contacted me, because I was needing something. And I do have, like I said, I have a laminator, but it's so big, it's so bulky, it takes up so much space. This one is tiny. It's on top of my craft space that y'all see me work at every single video. It's so small, so compact, and no big trays or anything needed. Love, love, love this. Alright, this one's almost done, and then the true test, we're going to run that masterboard book page cover, journal cover through it, and see how it works with layers. So far I've just tested it with scrapbook paper alone. I want to get real close to this one and see. I don't have any bubbling whatsoever in that. Oh, I'm very, very happy with this. So far, so good. I'll be cutting all of these out and showing you in just a minute. Ain't that pretty? Oh, that's just a pretty little shot right there. Okay, here we go. Ultimate test. And it is truly going to take up every bit of this too, except for the very end. Okay, make sure everything is in bounds, and it is. Here we go. Like I said, this might have to get ran through twice. We shall see. Okay, it's having no problem pulling it through. Getting just a little bit of an achy sound from it, like it's struggling just a little bit, but we're going to see. Oh, I do not see any bubbling on that, but I am going to run it through one more time just to make sure it's nice and sealed, because I was really wanting to make a journal with this masterboard and use it as a sermon notes, for sermon notes. Okay, I'm not getting any bubbling. You can see where I decoupaged on top of this. You can see those lines. But, I mean, that was what I did. I don't know that I need to run it through again. I have absolutely no bubbling. I don't need to run it through again. Did it bubble right there? No. I have a little torn spot there, and it didn't even bubble that up. Oh, wow, y'all. This is a good laminator. Oh, my gracious. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go cut all these out, cut around them, and be right back. All right, got all of those cut out. Beautiful. And now, of course, whenever I do make the journal out of this one, I'll need to do some covering up of that. But I can put it down with fabric glue, whatever I put on the inside, and it will be perfectly fine. I'm going to go ahead and bend this where it needs to be bent for my journal. And then I'm going to get my bone folder and really shove that down and squish it like that. And yes, it's going to be a very stiff cover, but like I said, I needed something that was going to be protected when I am on the go. Journaling on the go. These pieces here came from cutouts from this Stamperia collection called Wonderland, sorry. And we have that in the store if you were looking for it. It's not one of their newest collections, but it's one that we missed out on the first go around, and I am so glad we got in on that. Ooh, my nail polish really goes good with that one. That's what I got those cutouts from. And then this was just left over from these little journal covers that I cut for bookmarks. And then these are 10 inches long by 6 inches wide. So from a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper. And then I'm going to bend these in half where they need to go and go ahead and put this little journal together. We'll get some papers and put it together. And I think we'll give this one to Alicia, my sister Alicia, for her a sermon notebook, or just a notebook that she can carry around in her bag. Now, it is laminated, and it is a good, nice, sturdy lamination, so it is going to Pac-Man mouth on you. But once you get things in it, and maybe even wrap some sari silk or something like that around it, then you're going to be able to use it well, and it will kind of form as you use it and wear down a little bit. I love that. Let's go ahead and do this one, and then we'll put the holes in for our bookmarks and our tag book covers. Oh yeah, that one bent very well. Now my sister is usually not a big flower lover, but I really like these, and I think she'll like them too. And then they've got, you know, just kind of a plain inside, but I love those. So we're going to make some journals from those in just a minute, at least one of them. And then, on this video anyway, you know, I don't have room for enough time to make it for every one of them. Now, I need to figure out where I want to punch these holes, and so I'm just going to make myself a little marker or pen or something mark. Let's see if I can do this and see it through the hole here. Let's do right there maybe, and see if we can see that. I probably can see it a lot better if I go ahead and take the guard off of the bottom, or the catcher. Yep. Look at there, how good that does. I'm always looking for new punches, so this was awesome that I got a punch in with this. So then we've got the 3 sizes of book rings, and I think I want to do it that way. So that would be my front cover, and then that would be my back cover, or vice versa, whichever way. And then all I would do is cut out pieces and pages for the inside that are smaller than this, or you know, you could do some a little bit bigger, but I like mine smaller, and maybe just little tabs or string or something like that poking out from the sides. But that is a cute as a button start of a tag book right there, and it's protected, so if you want to send this to someone, it would be protected on the outside. Great little idea there. And then let's go ahead and make our holes in the tops of these bookmarks or Bible marks, however you would use them. And I think I'm just going to eyeball these and go as far down as I can and try to get in center. I'm going through 2. Look at there, it did it. Through both of them very easily. Okay, and then these 2, I can give Alicia one of these also, or I can give her one of each to go with her little sermon notebook I'm giving her. There, it went through both of those. Had to give it a little bit of oomph, but it went through. Now let's figure out what we want to go in the tops. Okay, I'm really loving these 2 trims here. So I think I will use those. I'm going to cut it at about 8 inches. And let's see if I need more than that on one of the other ones. So 2 loose ends together. Push that through and then pull it through the loop. Oh yeah, that's a good length. That is a very good length. I love that. So let's do 3 more. And there those are. I've got a glare, of course. Sorry about that. So there's that one. And that one. This one, I just love that one. It says, "Creativity is the greatest expression of liberty." Amen. And there is that one. So I will be giving my sister these 2 bookmarks to go along with, and I'm keeping these, to go along with her cover and her journal that I'm going to make her. And I think, yeah, I think she would like that one maybe a little bit better. So I'm going to get some papers together. Now this does not necessarily have to be junk journal-ish on the inside. It can just be plain paper since it's going to be a sermon notebook. So we will do that. Okay, I have some drawing paper, just regular copy paper, some tea stained paper, more drawing or bag paper. Then I have a piece of mulberry paper in there, or handmade paper, more tea stained, more drawing, and then the middle will be just copy paper. And I've cut these down to 5 3/4 tall by 9 3/4 inches long. And then we're just going to fold all of them in half. And I'm not necessarily too concerned if they all meet up correctly there. That's the joy of handmade. It doesn't have to be all beautifully perfect there at the end. Okay. And I want this to be on the outside, so I'm just going to stick this in here. Make sure that we got enough leeway here. Okay, so now we are coming out a little too far for my liking. So what I will do is get my trimmer. I've had this question many times, and I just want to answer it. Just go ahead and answer it right here. Let me find one of my big paper clips. Let's go ahead and get 2 of those out. I'm going to put my paper clip, huge paper clip, and these are from Amazon also. I think Betty Ann Renfro had sent me my first ones that I ever had, but they are on Amazon, and I have that link in my description box below. So then I'm just going to put it on my paper trimmer and just going to start slicing what's too far out. Okay, and then I'm going to push those away and just leaving it in the same spot and just keep slicing. That's how I do it. I've seen many other YouTubers do it, and once you start getting back to the back, you're going to get a little bit of, you know, eaten kind of distressed look from your paper trimmer going all the way through it. You can keep going like that if you don't mind the that look, or you can just flip it over, line those that you've already cut up down there, and cut off the back side, and that should get most all of them taken care of. I've got a few at the top right there that I'm going to trim off, and that should take care of it. That is the easiest way for me. It gives it a little bit of an eaten, worn look, and I'm loving that. If you don't like that, you might want to get one of the strongest ever guillotine trimmers that you can find and do it that way. But I've never had much luck with guillotine trimmers as far as the huge ones. I love my little Tim Holtz guillotine trimmer, but those big ones do nothing but scare me and almost cut my fingertips off. So I'm good with that. I love that, as a matter of fact. So I'm going to open this up to middle, get it lined up on my cover like I want it. Drop my jumbo paper clips a couple of times. And then I'm going to bend it in really good, making sure that all of those papers are all the way to the end there. And everything is lined up well. Nothing's crooked. Nothing's laying this way or that way in here. And then we've got enough space here and here, and then here and here. And it looks good to me. If you're waiting on perfection, it's not going to happen. So don't worry about that. So now you need like a foam platform, and you need a blunt needle, an awl or a sharp point of some kind to pierce through. And you're going to be piercing through lamination too, so you'll need one that's strong, and you'll have to put some elbow grease behind it. And then you'll need some kind of thread, which I'm going to use wax thread. I am using white wax thread, and I've got my foam platform. Here's my awl, and I'm just going to eyeball this. It is just a notebook after all, and we're going to do this where it's going to be easy once she finishes filling up this notebook. We can take this out of this cover, use the cover again. We can bind all of her notes that she's made in the notebook. We can bind all that into a ring binder or something like that if we want to. But we're going to make it so she can reuse this cover over and over if she wants to, and I hope she does. Okay, then I'm going to get my needle and my white wax thread, thread that, and then I'm going to go through my middle point there and pull through, and you're going to get resistance. So just, there's that elbow grease I was talking about. And then I'm going to go through one of the bottom ones and make sure that I come up that way. Yay! That one worked out well. And when you're wiggling that needle through, things might shift and move in here, so make sure to shift it back in place before you start toward this one. And you're going to go through, make sure you're going through every one of the pages and the cover. Okay, I'm going to unwind a little bit more there, pull that just a little more, and then I'm going to close it up, go in that middle hole once more, and then hope for the best that we come up through the middle, and we are. So I'm going to make sure that this that's coming up through is on the opposite side of that middle string. Okay, then I'm going to pull up. Okay, then I'm going to cut my wax thread. I'm going to put my needle back and my awl back before I poke myself with it. And then I'm going to make sure that everything is pretty tight. It doesn't have to be, I mean, just like majorly taut, but I want it tight. And that works. And look, we have it straight down the middle. I love that. Take our clips off. And then you can adjust how you need to before tying. So I'm going to double knot and then tie a bow. And since this is a SWME notebook, I'm not going to put my little signature lace down the middle. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this there. And then when she fills this up, she can easily untie this and snip that knot, take this out, and then this signature here can be bound into something else. And then she can use the cover again. And she will come to me and say, hey sis, I filled up that little SWME notebook that you made me, that beautiful laminated floral SWME notebook that you made me. Can you make me another one? And I'm going to say, hey, if you'll just bring it to me, I'll take that signature out, rebind it into something else so you can store it, and then you can reuse the cover. And she's going to be like, that is the most genius thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. You are the greatest sister ever. Yeah, we'll see if that happens. But anyway, here are some little bookmarks for her. She can either use in here or she can use in her Bible for her devotions that she reads. And I'm really loving that. That is a great little gift, sturdy gift. It's going to hold up in your bag, in your purse. Y'all, that's wonderful. Okay, and then I'm going to show you, I'm going to wrap it up with something. Hold on. Okay, a little bit of sari silk. Easy, easy. And this will help it too. Of course, putting it up under a book or something like that is going to help it. But this will help it too to stay like it needs to and not be so Pac-Man mouth. Pull that one out just a little bit. And then trim up my ends. There we go. Great little gift to give to my sister. Her birthday's coming up in April, so I think I'll just give it to her as an early little birthday gift because we have something we have to do on her birthday as far as the ministry goes. So she'll get a little early birthday gift for sacrificing on her birthday for our ministry. And there are the other two covers I laminated, and I will be making some journals out of those at a later date. But I think we did some good stuff today, and I love that laminator. So if you want one of those easy peasy Q-Fun laminators, I have that linked in the description box below, and I'll try to remember to link it in a pinned comment too, so that way it'll be a really easy thing to find. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Bye, y'all.